5 people were arrested yesterday afternoon in a drug raid at a local home.
Some lucky entrepreneur could qualify to compete for up to $10,000 to help get a business started locally. And volunteer firefighters finish an intense training program to help them do their jobs.
The clouds and rain are out of here after tonight, and then sunshine coming for the weekend. We'll have the complete forecast for all of East Alabama coming up.
In sports, there's some big news coming out of Jax State, and I'll get you the details. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
5 people were arrested Thursday afternoon during a drug bust at a Heflin home. The raid took place around 4 p.m. in the 1000 block of County Road 79 in Cleburne County. The Sheriff's Department, with the assistance of the Heflin Police Department, executed 2 narcotic search warrants at the home and made the arrest. The first suspect was identified as Stephen Edward Walker, 53, who was charged with 2 felonies, failure to register as a sex offender and trafficking methamphetamines. Walker also has pending felony warrants in Calhoun County for probation violation and violation of the Sex Offender Notification Act in Spartanburg, South Carolina. His total bond is $33,000. Also arrested was Kendra Cheatwood Moats, 45, who was charged with felony of trafficking methamphetamines and the misdemeanor of unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. Her bond was set at $23,000.
Another suspect was identified as Jeffrey Benson, 56, of Heflin. He faces a felony firearms charge and a misdemeanor charge of unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. His bond has been set at $13,000. Also arrested was David Ray Payne, 56, who was charged with a felony firearms violation and 4 felony drug charges. His bond was set at $33,000. The 5th person arrested was 38-year-old Felicia Lynn Campbell, who was charged with 3 felony counts of unlawful possession of a controlled substance and a felony charge of the unlawful possession of marijuana in the 2nd degree. Her total bond was set at $19,000. All 5 suspects were taken to the Cleburne County Jail following those arrests.
When we return, free classes will be offered this fall for people who want to learn how to start and build a business.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Getting my car serviced is easier than ever with Buster Miles Automotive Group in Cleburne and Calhoun County. They pick up my car, service it, and deliver it back. Convenient, efficient, and top quality. Schedule your service today and see why Buster Miles Automotive Group is the smart choice.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Would-be entrepreneurs who want to hone their business skills and qualify to compete for up to $10,000 in seed funding are invited to join the Get Up Anniston Entrepreneurship Program. It's a free 6-week program featuring 10 essential business topics with classes to be held twice a month. From crafting a strong business plan to mastering social media marketing, this program offers insights tailored for both new and seasoned entrepreneurs. The classes are being offered by Main Street Anniston in partnership with the Small Business Development Center at Jax State. Main Street Director Carla Eden was asked about the target group for this program.
anyone. So whether that's somebody that has a business at home, somebody that has a business idea that they're ready to launch, or if they're just thinking, hey, is this right for me? Whether that's a food truck or a hair salon or anything. Like we want our makers down here. Anniston is open for business, and we want small business in downtown Anniston.
Eden says that the classes will cover many business topics ranging from planning to marketing to building partnerships. Also included will be accounting basics, cash flow management, acquiring licenses, and using historic tax credits and grants. She says anyone who is interested in the classes is qualified to take them free of charge.
And there's nothing you have to do to qualify for it. You just have to have the interest and the desire. You can participate in the entire program, or you can pick and choose a class that pertains to you. We do highly encourage that everybody attend the entire course, but you don't have to. For example, there's one on historic tax credits. And, I would encourage my property owners downtown, like even if they don't need to go through the entire program, come learn about the benefits of the historic tax credits and how that can help you with your properties.
Participants who are planning to open a business in downtown Anniston may be able to qualify for the pitch competition next month, with the top prize of $10,000 made possible through the Main Street Alabama program. Eden was asked how she expects these classes to help business development in Anniston.
So we want that small business downtown. We have plenty of space for it, and we are trying to get our street levels retail ready. So, we're going to see a big boom in business is what we're hoping for. We've got opportunities on West 13th Street. We've got opportunities on Noble Street. We've seen a lot of development happening here on 11th Street lately. And we just want to fill our buildings with any kind of small business.
When we return, a group of volunteer firefighters received their state certifications today.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
7 volunteers became state certified firefighters this morning at the graduation program for the annual Firefighter Bridge program. This 6-week program is offered by the Oxford Fire Department in conjunction with the Alabama Fire College. Oxford Fire Captain Brandon Slick, one of the training officers for the program, says this year's class ranged from high school students to volunteers in their 30s. Slick says the program is an important tool for finding and retaining good firefighters.
The Calhoun County as a whole has benefited greatly from the high school programs. Anniston runs a high school program, we run a high school program, and I would say and Piedmont does a high school program. I would say between Piedmont, Jacksonville, Anniston, and Oxford, I would say that there's been over 50 firemen hired at those agencies collectively based off of the fire programs at the high school. I know from Oxford's standpoint, 1/3 of our whole department has come from Oxford High School graduates.
The bridge course is a combination of classroom study, drill field practice, and training. The goal is to prepare firefighters to perform most fire ground functions under the supervision of an officer or experienced firefighter. Oxford Fire Chief Gary Sparks says the program also builds close bonds among the firefighters themselves.
You spend 1 out of every 3 days with these people, so they are like family. You get mad at each other, you cry together, you laugh together, you play games together, you eat together, you sleep together, and so it automatically becomes a family.
Mike, we have a lot of Friday night football fans that are in our audience. I am one of those, and it's all day. I've gone, do I pack the poncho? Do I not pack the poncho? What do we do next?
Well, if you don't pack the poncho, it will rain. That's about the only thing I can guarantee you.
Okay, well, let's see if we can get a little more information from John Holder, who is joining us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us if we'll need those ponchos for the Friday night lights. John?
Mike and Katie, I'm not sure that you'll need a poncho tonight. There'll be just enough rainfall to aggravate you out there this evening at the high school football games. We'll have the complete in-depth forecast for all of East Alabama next.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
As promised today across East Alabama, no sunshine, lots of clouds out there, and we had temperatures holding in the 70s all day long today. Only 79 for the high, well below normal, almost 10 degrees below the average for this time of year. After a morning low of 70, with all the clouds in place, we just didn't move very much as far as temperatures go today. Record high temperature 101, the record low at 52. Sun setting tonight, going out to the high school football game, sun setting right around kickoff at 7:01, and the sun rising on your Saturday morning now at 6:22. Here's that Friday night football forecast for you. If you're going out to the old Piedmont Gadsden Highway, you're thinking, why would I be going there? Well, that's where the Field of Champions is at Piedmont. There's a big game there tonight between the Bulldogs and the Ohatchee Indians. Going to be about 63 degrees for the low tonight, 70s for most of the game. Some spotty showers, especially early tonight across East Alabama, but nothing heavy, and we do not expect any kind of delays or anything like that for high school football across the region this evening. A vastly different day coming up on Saturday. Plenty of sunshine, Boiling Springs Road down in Oxford. That's right there by Choccolocca Park. Beautiful day to go have a picnic in the park, walk around the lake, any outdoor activities tomorrow. 83 for the high, plenty of sunshine tomorrow. A fantastic Saturday coming up. As we look ahead to next week, temperature is going to remain, I guess, a little bit below normal. We'll have sunshine returning all next week. Temperatures in the 80s. LaGarde Park in Anniston again. You want to take a walk around the park. Anything you've got coming up next week, you're going to have plenty of good weather for that, with temperatures mainly in the 80s and a lot of sunshine, and it will continue to be dry. Here's the 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama. Basically, not much happening. There's a small chance of a shower tomorrow afternoon, one or two that could pop up with the heating of the day. We're not mentioning that in our official forecast. 82 on Sunday. Cool morning will be Sunday morning. That will be the morning we drop down into the 50s. 56 for the low on Sunday morning. And again, temperatures in the 80s all week next week. No chance of rain in the forecast. Nighttime lows mainly in the low 60s. We'll be back into the mid-60s by the end of next week. Our next chance of rain after tonight, not coming until about next Thursday. From about the middle of September to the end of October, that is our driest time of the year in Alabama. And we're seeing that right now coming up in the next week or so. Dry weather all across East Alabama. Let's take a look now at what's causing the rain that we did have today. Most of the rain, as we pointed out yesterday, is being confined, the heavy rain, to the Gulf Coast here. Got this area of low pressure right off of Houston, Texas in the Gulf. That's kicking a lot of moisture up into the southeast, but most of the heavier rainfall, again, right along the Gulf Coast. Very, very light showers here in central Alabama, and up in way north Alabama, not anything at all. That's going to go away. Sunshine will be returning over the course of the weekend. I'll be back here tomorrow morning to break down your Saturday weather at a glance, and then I'll be back here on Sunday and Monday mornings for your breakfast forecast for all of East Alabama. Coming up in sports, Jordan Smith going to talk about another new addition to Jackson State University's athletic broadcasting team. Jordan?
Thanks, John. Big news coming out of Jacksonville State yesterday. According to new Assistant Athletic Director of Broadcasting Bill Bubba Bussey, former Gamecock head coach Bill Clark is going to be back in red and white. This time, Clark will be behind the microphone as the color analyst for the Gamecocks alongside Eli Gold for their ESPN Plus broadcast. Clark was the head coach for the Gamecocks for one season back in 2013, posting a record of 11-4 before leaving to become the head coach at UAB. He was the Blazers head coach from 2014 to 21 before retiring due to health issues. While at Jax State, Clark was responsible for leading the Gamecocks to their first ever playoff wins, 49 records, 13 OVC records, and 2 NCAA records. Clark's first game in the booth will be September 21st as the Gamecocks host Southern Mississippi. In other Gamecock news, Jax State softball released their fall schedule yesterday. This will mark the start of a new era for the Gamecocks after longtime head coach Jenna McGinnis set her retirement last year. Longtime assistant Julie Bolin now takes over the reins for the program this fall, beginning on September the 28th at Choccolocco Park for the Tara Ross Tournament, followed by hosting 3 in-state opponents, Montevallo, Gadsden State, and Snead State. Then the Gamecocks will travel to take on the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech. Then Jacksonville State will end their fall slate, taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide right here at Choccolocco Park on October the 27th. Last night we had several teams in our area that moved their games from tonight because of threat of weather. Let's take a look at some of those finals from last night here, with starting at Southside going up to Huntsville to play Lee of Huntsville as the Southside Panthers rolled on top of the Panthers 31-7. Talladega traveled down to South Alabama to Booker T. Washington, where they took a loss to Booker T by a score of 32-12. Lee Scott, the newcomer in Alabama High School Athletic Association sports, comes into Childersburg last night and defeats Childersburg 49-14. And finally, the number 1 team in Class 1A, Wadley, defeats Fayetteville last night on the road 61-14. Now let's look at some of the games that are going to be in action tonight. Alexandria travels for the first time ever to White Plains. Asheville comes into Anniston at Lott Mosby Memorial Stadium. Valley at Central Clay tonight. Cherokee County takes on Aniana. Most of these games are all region play. Southeastern travels to Coosa Christian. Pleasant Valley comes over the mountain to Donahoe. J.B. Pennington comes into Glencoe tonight. Cleburne County takes on Hanley in a Class 4A matchup. Hoax Bluff takes on Etowah. This could really determine who goes to the playoffs this early in week 1 of region play between Etowah and Hoax Bluff. Jacksonville got a big test going in Class 5A for their first 5A region play tonight as they go to Moody at Bill Morris Stadium. Trinity comes into Jacksonville Christian. Lincoln travels to Birmingham to take on Centerpoint tonight. A couple other games. Tallahassee comes into the Munford Lions. Ohatchee and Piedmont, big game in Class 3A Region 6. They're actually in round 2 of region play because it's a 9-team region. Oxford travels to Shades Valley in Class 6A. Sachs at Westbrook Christian tonight. Spring Garden and Raglan going at it tonight in Class 1A. Weaver and Welborn, big rivalry there as well in Class 3A Region 6. And then Woodland travels to Victory Christian. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's head back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the update, Jordan, and thank you for watching today. You can find us every weeknight on Facebook and YouTube, our website, and now on Rumble.
Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. Have a safe weekend. We'll see you back here Monday for your news on your schedule.